Greetings,
Mm.
everyone. This is the 3rd of September. You are in the Gathering Convergence Room, an independent media channel giving platform to the many voices of truth. And today we have with us Wisdom Keeper Sieva. Welcome, sister. So we're doing Mending the Hoop Council today, right?
Yes, we are. Welcome everyone to the Mending the Hoop Council of September 3rd, 2024. And we are going to begin with um, the prayer before all else. And again, thanks to the Kanyekiaka Longhouse for this version. We offer thanks to Sky Woman, the first being in the physical world, our grandmother moon, the beating heart of our Mother Earth, where people dwell, and to all the women from the youngest to the eldest, as they are the mothers of our nations, to the streams of water, to the pools and the lakes, and all the life that lives within, to the corn, bean, and squash, the three sisters of sustenance, to the fruits, to the medicinal plants, to the forest trees for their usefulness, to the animals that serve as food and give their pelts for clothing, to the great winds and the lesser winds, to our grandfathers, the thunders, to our eldest brother, the sun, the mighty warrior, to the winged creatures that live upon the winds, those messengers of life that reveal the Creator's wishes, and to the great Creator that dwells in all things, giving all things useful to the united people, and is the source and ruler of all health and life. And I'm also, to introduce myself, my name is Siava Vestawaya, also known as Lisa Wolf, and I am here as the Open Door, the Cassis and Missus's representative. And I'm going to, for reference, um, read the declaration of the White Buffalo Nation, Rainbow White Buffalo Nation, and Rainbow Buffalo Nation. Um, on this Mayan calendar long count date, 13.0.11.7.10, also known as March 23rd, 2024, let it be known that we have formed the private White Rainbow Buffalo Nation located in Nua Segovia, territory of the Nua people. We, like the buffalo, are inherently nomadic as we travel on the living body of our grandmother Earth. I, Siava, as the official founding grandmother, am the descendant of an original tribe and am a voice for the Casas and Missus, the sovereigns perpetually reigning, to whom we pledge allegiance, Grandmother Sky Woman, Grandmother Earth, and Grandmother Moon, whose sovereignty is eternal and unextinguishable for perpetuity, for they are the living law of the waterverse, and we are her embodiment. I do at their behest call all who are here for the mending of the hoop and healing of the earth to affirm and stand with alliance with the White Buffalo, Rainbow White Buffalo, and Rainbow Buffalo nations. We recognize the great law of peace unto Wampum and invoke our right as savage barbarian people of the four directions, white, black, yellow, and red, and our relatives of the air, water, soil, and elements, to form a tribal nation to operate as a matrilineal clan-based nation in alliance with and learning from the original matrilineal nations who abide by and in Sky Women's great law of peace, and we stand as living beings upon the land our mother. As an inherently sovereign, matrilineal, savage, barbarian nation, for the people of the four directions, white, black, yellow, and red, and their relatives, the air, water, earth, and elements, we stand with, we assert, and are protected by the great law of peace, Chura, Wampum, Camel's Eye of Isis, and Eagle Bolt treaties, and demand as daughters and sons of Great Spirit, Wankantanka, Sky Woman, our right to be only subject to her great law of peace, which is the supreme law of this and all lands, which are her free living body, and throughout her mother, Sky Woman's eternal dream. We take refuge at the foot of the tree of peace and bury all weapons of war, be they physical, mental, or spiritual, and live in the great peace as we are here for the mending of the hoop and the healing of the earth. We honor, learn, and live by the highest truths of all original sacred paths at the behest of the White Buffalo Calf Woman and our allies, and are learning to live by the matrilineal natural law clan system, and declare we officially are a sovereign nation within the eternal sovereignty of Grandmother Earth, Grandmother Moon, and Sky Woman, whose children we are. And that is our standing declaration. Let's see who is here with us. Okay. Golden Wolf, I'm going to ask if you would do an opening song, please, prayer. Are you able to do that?
Yes, of course.
What would
Uh, um, you know my song in the four winds for water, thanking water and asking Great Spirit to lead us in all sacredness. Aja, aja eskenota hem aja kisa kiti kapina nasko kawichi itina. Kana shewe ni manipi na aja eskenota kisa kiti kapina nasko kawichi. Thank
Miigwech. And while you have the feather, let's go ahead. Shonda will let everyone introduce themselves, and if there's anything that you need to bring to the Mending the Hoop Council that needs mending, um, bring it up now, and we'll go back to it. So let's start with you, Golden Wolf, if you would introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Golden Wolf from the great Northwest British Columbia, Canada. And I am of the Cowboys and Indians United, and I am of the Thunderbird Sea of All Nations tribe, and I'm a humble warrior, and I'm here to serve all people, animals, and plants. And so, while we Cowboys and Indians United here in Canada are trying to unite all people of all nations, colors, and creeds together, and we are succeeding. I want to share with you that just earlier this weekend in Ottawa, you're aware, right, of the meeting that took place between First Nations and the Freedom Movement. Um, there was in Ottawa. Finally, at last, we have come together with the Haudenosaunee, the Five Nations, the Turo Wampum, the Mohawk, and us, the Cree Nations from the West, the Thunderbird Nationalist Party, and the Cowboys and Indians United, and the Five Nations, the Turo Wampum, the Mohawk, who came together with the white nations, and now coming together with all nations, as we have also united with the Palestinian brothers and sisters. So we are making history, doing things that have not been done.
First,
And
we're making herstory.
yes, we are making history. Cowboys and Indians United. We have finally officially started walking side by side, and here to preserve our waters, our lands, stand against federal and tribal corruption, bring back the clan mother system, as we have a problem with the band council system and corruption, and we are here to bring everyone together of all nations, colors, and creeds to follow the First Nations who hold the true titles and rights to land and water acquisitions. In this time where foreign entities are here grabbing lands, we are at a time where we must come together. We have no other option but coming together and walking with our First Nations, our original people, making history. Not only fulfilling prophecies, but making history, coming together, fulfilling those prophecies. Finally, at last, we had made it official, and now Cowboys and Indians, East Chapter, will be doing their thing. They will be under the Tuwarompo flag. In the West, Cowboys and Indians stand under the Thunderbird flag. And the Cowboys and Indians all keep the same logo. But we will stand under the Thunderbird nationalist flag. The East will stand under the Tura Wampum flag. And now I also have a South chapter, where it's people from South America and the States, and we are international as well. So we'll be expanding now more than ever before. We are coming together, and I am one of those people actually gathering flags of all nations and flying them together. And soon on September 20th, we are walking that 1 million people march here in Canada. We're all walking together and making history. So I wanted to share that. Yes, it's very important and it's incredible. It's
Please.
incredible.
Let's come back to that. Let's come back to that. Oh, and also though, of course, as you are, one of the chiefs for White Buffalo Nation, you can tell them that they all can stand with us and add their names to that declaration if they feel that it strengthens them. Everyone is welcome. And obviously it was written in such a way as to be able to stand on the teachings of Musa, the benefits of those teachings. So, Shonda, who are we bringing in next? And then your question for Golden Wolf too. We'll be circling back.
Thank you, Brother Wolf. Sister Lynn, would you join the circle and introduce yourself? Go ahead, sister.
What would you like me to go ahead with?
Your watersheds, your
sorry.
Welcome to the council. Welcome to the circle.
I told you I was tired. Yes, I'm in England, southeast England, and 9 miles south of me is the English Channel, and 20 miles north of me is the Thames. So I live in a historical sort of farming market town where the church is a very large church. It used to have beacons on top to bring the Elizabeth I ships safely to shore before lighthouses and that sort of thing. So yes, it's a pretty area. So yes, that's me in England.
Thank you, sister.
And tell us the way you may hear us will say, I am, because I didn't do it yet, so I will say it. I am Siava Waya Vesta, also known as Lisa Wolf, daughter of Muriel and Philip, granddaughter of Sadie and Lillian, great granddaughter of Yetta and Rose, mother of Alicia and Misa, grandmother of Lucy and Charles. And I am, among others, I am White Buffalo Clan, Unicorn Clan, Bear Clan, Thunderbird Clan, Fire Lightning Teoshpaya. And that's kind of like a traditional way to introduce yourself. Just So in the future, you know,
Right.
what am I? So you would, and that takes you back to your tribal roots because
Mm,
Musa tells us we're all descendants of original tribes, free contact with the Romans. Your people were there from
yeah,
time immemorial.
yeah. Vikings, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll do some work on that one
Mhm.
then.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sister. That is if you so choose to recite your matriarchal lineage. Thank you, sister. Dr. Roz, would you like to come in, brother? Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ross. That's RAS because I'm really a scientist. I'm in College Park, Atlanta, Georgia. And I come by the way of Yamika or Jamaica. And I'm newly um, bestowed, I guess, but Black Thunderbird. So I guess I'm of the Thunderbird tribe and I'll be learning more and you guys will get more out of me as I learn more. So I'm just glad to be here and soak up the wisdom. Thank you.
Hi, hi. I'm Black Thunderbird too. Shonda. Let's see.
Okay, there we go. Sister Erica, come on, please join the circle.
Yes, and I am Erica, grandmother to Spirit from the Cherokee Nation and Frog Clan. And my name is She Who Speaks with the Ancients. And I am in Olympia, Washington, on the Puget Sound watershed and the Cascadia watershed and the Salish Sea bioregion. And it's an honor to be here today. I cannot recite my matriarchal lineage because I don't really know it, but I know what feels to my matriarchal past would be I am the great granddaughter of Delilah Johnson of the Cherokee Nation and the granddaughter of Carrie, my beloved grandmother. And a descendant of my father, Jack Mundell.
Hi, hi. Welcome.
Thank you,
It's an
sister.
honor.
Sister Amanda, come join the circle, please. Introduce yourself.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here. Can you hear me? Yes, good.
Yes.
Sorry, it's late this end, and I've just come from Holland, so I'm a bit all over the place. But I wanted to be here. I am from West Sussex in England. I am granddaughter of A.D. Chewton and daughter of Dorothy Chewton. And I live on the watershed of the River Arun that leads through down into the beautiful sea in West Sussex and West Wittering. And I'm really grateful to be with you all and learn more and celebrate more today.
Hi, hi.
Thank you,
Yes,
sister.
I all remember our waters. I'm in the Great Basin region. Thank you for remembering the waters.
Hi. Sister Stone Woman, join the circle, please.
Ani bonjour. My name is Jeanette. My Anishinaabe name is Asnabokwe, which means First Spirit Stone Woman. I am in Ontario, Canada. I'm on the north shore of the Huron Lake. I'm in a bunch of fresh water here. I'm Ojibwe Nation, and my bloodline of the matriarchs goes back thousands of years. My women in my family are all medicine women. My great great grandfather is Chief Shingwak, which is here. So and I'm happy to be here. And what else I can say? I'm a practicing medicine woman myself. I just actually came from doing ceremony, and it's I'm really actually liking being in this meeting because I just realized it's the new moon. So I just did ceremony because of the new moon. And my passion is about our children because I'm in Canada, and I don't know if there's a lot of people around from Canada in this group, but we're having a lot of troubles up here and with the chiefs, and I like what Mr. Golden Wolf said about us, our people coming together. And I'm really grateful to be here amongst all you beautiful people. So I say miigwech, miigwech.
Thank you, Stone Woman. Brother Jerry, are you there with us? Keep sending him. Oh, there he is. Come on in, brother. Join the circle.
Yes. Well, my name is Jerry Anderson, and I'm the abbot of a monastery in Puerto Rico, which is part of our land behind us here. It's 10,000 acres in Puerto Rico that, by a miracle of the Home Office, this property has never been owned. It's been non-sold, not purchased since Columbus arrived, which is kind of an odd thing on an island that this would happen. But we are the first monastery in all of history that is combining indigenous wisdom and monastic wisdom in the same monastery. Up until now, you know, the shamans, they go like this to the churches, and the churches go like this to the shamans, and they ne'er shall meet. So we're looking at bringing these both together, and we're very focused on the law of one and unity. So we're not excluding any consciousness. A funny story, when the IRS here, I'm actually just 40 miles south of the Canadian border on Lake Erie here in Pennsylvania. When I went to the IRS, the lady says, what denomination are you? And I hesitated, and she says, do you want me to write down here non-denominational? Without even thinking about it, I said, no, I want you to put down all denominational. She said, just a minute. She came back and she says, we have no record of that denomination. Are you starting a new movement? All denominational. Yes. So that's a little bit about me. I spend quite a lot of time in Puerto Rico, working with the tribes there and tribes all over the world, really. So that's about me.
I just wanted to let you know, White Buffalo Nation is for the people of the four directions: white, black, yellow, red. If you're here for the mending of the hoop and the healing of the earth, honoring the highest truths of all paths, short of human and animal sacrifice. And that's generally the only stipulation that we add. So welcome. So happy to have you in the circle.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome.
And I think we've made the circle, so I will bring myself in as well. And I am Shonda of the Earth Mother Network. My spiritual name is She Who Weaves. And I am the daughter of Mary Mildred, Minnie Jane, and Catherine Ann, in that order. And I am the granddaughter of many, many holy women. And I am the mother of Catherine Jane, who is born on the 12th of July, on the third gate of the Avatar. I am grandmother to Eliza Lulu, born on the third gate of the Avatar on November 12th, and I, being of the fourth gate of the Avatar of February 12th, we are of the sacred Mary Nine, and I am the direct lineage of the ancient tribe of Daniel. And it is an honor to be here today from the the high plains desert regions, high bioregions of West Central Texas, headwaters of Colorado River, and the traditional lands of the Tigua, Kickapoo, and the Lapanapache. And with that, sister, we return the feather to the center.
All right. And I am going to welcome the those who have the spirits of those who have departed, and honor those whom we serve, including the missing and murdered Indigenous men, women, and children. And so I welcome you if you know this. I'm just going to do the Strong Women's song briefly. Way 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 oh, way 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 oh, way way oh, way and also, as we to mark the chapter, let today is in the Gregorian calendar September 3rd, is it not?
Yes,
September
indeed.
3rd. Okay, good. So from the meditations with Native American elders from the Wellbriety path, as we're all healing in this time. This is today's summer meditation with Native American elders. Once you have achieved this oneness, when you talk, good talks. When you act, good acts. That's Dr. Alan Ahana Mani Ross Lakota. In my innermost self, I know to be true. I know of this oneness. The more I am free of doubt, jealousy, judgment, selfishness, anger, the closer I am to this oneness. When I am right with the Creator, nothing can touch me. When I am right with the Creator, I always say the right things. When I am right with the Creator, my thoughts are always good. When I am right with the Creator, my actions are always good. And today, prayer, Great Spirit, remove me from those things that block me from you. Allow me this day to experience the oneness. And
Can't hear you, Lisa.
You're muted.
You're muted.
yes, I'm going to ask Golden Wolf, can you do a song briefly? Someone just come in. I'll be right back.
I'll do a teaching. I don't have a song ready for you other than the one I just played. But as I'm here again, I would like to touch on my bioregion quickly as well. As I haven't mentioned, I live in the northwest Vancouver Island, and my bioregion is the southern tip of the Comox Peninsula on the Strait of Georgia, specifically Denman Island. And it is the northeastern Vancouver Island site. Pickles, Beaver Pond, and the Swale wetlands are the components of the headwaters of Denman Island, where A-class salmon stream flows into the ocean, where the herring spawn, and all rivers flow into the Pacific Ocean. These are the traditional unceded territories of the Comox, Qualicum, and Potlatch First Nations people, and I am here to serve Mother Earth, all plants, animals, and people. Here to reunite humanity and restore balance upon Mother Earth. And also I am a white thunderbird on the Kinship Way Council. But instead of a song, I have a quick reading. I would like a quick reading. I would like to read related to today's teaching Seva just read. What you see with your eyes shut is what counts. And one day my elder told me, about a year ago, when I was gifted the full body of a hawk walking in the forest. They told me that I have to spend time with this hawk as it's given and offered its vision and its medicines with me. So I had to spend time with that hawk and separate its wings and claws and everything, the whole body, return part of it to the forest. And I was told that I was given a gift so that I could see from a higher perspective of our winged nations. And when I start to see with my eyes closed, is when I would really start to begin to see the world and life for what it really is. And so, what you see with your eyes shut is what counts. Another whole world opens up when we close our eyes and calm our mind. Be still and know. Be still and hear. Be still and see. Be still and feel. Inside every person is a still small voice. Sometimes it is necessary to close our eyes to hear that voice. To shut down our perception in order to see. Try this occasionally. When you are talking to your child or your spouse, for example, close your eyes and listen to them. Listen to the tone of their voice. Listen to their excitement. Listen to their pain. Listen. Learn to listen and listen to learn. And trust that voice within, intuition, which always knows right from wrong. Great Spirit, we ask you to let us hear only what really counts with our eyes closed, right from our heart. Let us learn to see, to feel with our heart where everything originates. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there more that you want to share about the events that are unfolding as well?
Sister
clear.
Erica has had her hand up for a while. Let's out of honor of talking circle protocol, let's bring her in and we'll move back to whoever hasn't had a voice. Come on in, sister.
I just had a request that I felt very strongly. The word history. Can we, in mending the hoop, change that to our story? Because in our, there is no separation. As we move from a patriarchal society into a matriarchal society, where we're still supported by beautiful, very balanced male energies. That's just a request. Thank you.
Hi.
I believe, oh, sorry, cut you with Whoop has his hand back up. Come on in, brother.
Hi, actually, I have that answer for Erica. You know, his story has always been rewritten by those who conquer others. We have been taught a man-made history, education, and living in man-made time. We are trying to shift away and go back to a natural law way of living, which is why we want to go back to a clan mother system. And yes, this is our history that we are rewriting. Our North American Turtle Island worldwide history of the people, by the people. We are doing so indeed. We are changing the world and rewriting our history. I agree with you. And we will never be divided again or separated. So we will now walk as one and we will rewrite our history. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they. Oh.
Yes. Our story. Hi.
And
Right.
if you wanted me to add just a little bit on the events that were unfolding, so recently in Ottawa and Confederation Park, and also a CPAC meeting in the Parliament building that took place, the First Nations and the white nations of the freedom movement, I say quote unquote, for my own reasons, have joined together either way. The freedom movement and the native First Nations of Canada have finally come together as Cowboys and Indians working together, and we ask all colors, nations, and creeds to come together now, fulfilling the prophecies of True Island and changing and making our history. This was very important, and there will be more events to follow. Stay tuned later on in September. There's a couple more big ones coming up where we will be making publicly announcements in unification between nations in this country that never ever have come together actually before. Now we are doing that, but fulfilling those prophecies, doing what we need to be doing, listening to our hearts rather than our egos. Hi, hi.
Hi, hi. And brother chief, when you are able, please invite them to council and tell them if we need to set up a special time to accommodate. We are more than happy to do so. And tell all the brothers and sisters, Lili, great celebration.
Will do. Hi.
I question, how long do we have today?
I have no idea. How long do you have?
Is there a closing time? Because, you know, Sav, who popped in earlier, I have some very exciting news. And since he and I did a talk about it, I put the link in the chat. But I thought we could potentially listen to part of it, stop, ask questions, but to get to the long and short of it, as we establish our sovereignty, we need documents in support of such. And I am really happy to announce that I will be getting a sovereign ID, which I will be able to use as a passport. I will also be learning how to stand on my right to travel. And these documents are there's a first set of 10 being made that that Stav has used for 35 years. He travels back and forth to Panama. Whether you like the United Nations or not, they've been recognized by the United Nations out of Panama, and it's a true step to freedom. I wanted to offer to everyone here, if you want to hear part of that conversation, I'm sure I can figure out how to share screen. Otherwise, you can go and watch it later. I'd also like to have Cindy Bagua have more time to talk about her path to freedom, her experience with documents, and the fight for the children and for her daughter in particular. So
Sister, let me jump in really quick and actually answer your question here. So I had to think about what we were actually talking about there. You caught me by surprise. So cloud recording will give you about 3 hours. You started at 5:30. Try not to go over 3 hours, which would be about 8:30. You need to shut your recording down. And I'm going to make everybody co-host because I'm trying to get out of here every day by 6. So I'll be listening in the background, but I have to I can't just, I have to always be working. So much love, sister. You have the room as long as you need it. Just shut the recording down so we don't crash the cloud.
All right.
Thank you,
Well,
sister.
Asinibago, are you with us?
Hi there. Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you speak about
What I've been doing about
yes.
the paperwork that I've been doing. So I started this last year. I started doing paperwork, and I've been doing a lot of research on this government and what it was and what it's about, because the legalities of it, right? And then the more I dig, the more I learn is that everything is corporate law. It's all corporations. So even United States, the United States is a corporation. It's not a country. Canada's not a country. These are all corporations, and it's all through international law. And then it's through UCC codes. So I did about documents, but did about 14. I sent to 14 different levels of government where I made a declaration on who I was. I even went under my sovereignty, my Anishinaabe ways. I went under the treaties, and nobody did anything. So I did all this paperwork, and I kept running around thinking that, okay, this is going to help me, right? So I submitted to the court system. So still nothing. So now the more that I find out, and then now I've been studying UCC codes, and then it's about securities because it has to do with our name, right? So the name that we are given, and then when our mothers sign us over, they actually sign us over to the government. So then the government oversees us like minors. So we're minors, like we can't handle our own affairs. And they're using trickery with us signing signatures, blank endorsements. So then the banks have this, and then we all have treasury. We all have money in this secret Sescavie trust, which is like it's a lot of money, right? So, but we can't access it because we are still minors. So now what I'm learning is that I have to reclaim my security, which is my name, my title. And then there's ways about going about it. So what I'm doing now is that I have my long live foreign birth certificate. So now I have to get that authenticated to say that is mine, that I hold it, that I'm no longer a minor. And I've already sent that off now to one level, and that's here in Ontario. And then I'm getting it authenticated. Then the next one, I go to Global Affairs, which is a federal. I get that signed. And then now I've also created two businesses with the CRA. We have it's like the IRS in the States, but it's called the CRA. It's the Canadian Revenue Agency. So with them now, I've had to create an estate with my last name. And then under an unincorporated business, a benevolent unincorporated business as my last name as the estate. And then I had to create a private members association. So these are two trust groups that I've created with documents, 10 documents, like you said, right, Lisa, how you getting 10 documents, which actually states everything, where I claim the title, the rights, everything else, because it's paperwork. Everything is paperwork with this fiction world, right? Because fictions. So now I've got that all done, and where I have my private members association, that backs up to this, and I use both my names, front and back name. So it'd be Niganobi, Jeanette. This one would be Jeanette Niganobi, and they both back to back this way. And then once I get the title done, then I open up my bank account. So it's a lot of legwork. It's a lot of paperwork, but I'm doing it. And then what I do under there is that I put my birth registration number, I put my social insurance number, whatever you guys have, a social security number. I put my health card number, I put my passport number, I put my driver's license number, everything that I had signed in that with this government, right? They oversee because I'm still a minor, because I haven't claimed myself to be taking care of my own affairs. So when we don't know this knowledge, they just take it and they run with it. So we have to educate ourselves. And this is what I've been learning how to do, is to educate myself on this system. And it's a lot because it goes so deep, like with the UCC codes, because it's all international. So they've been doing this globally. This is like a slave race that they've been doing. And then this is why they were easily to take my child, because I signed my daughter and I registered to the Ontario government. So I literally abandoned my child. I signed her over. So now what I done is I have to take her certificate and I claim her as my property because I'm her trustee. She's from my body. She's my property. So I can put that in there as well. And then, so all our mothers did this to us. They didn't know. We do it to our children. We didn't know. And the government has been overseeing and taking money because we are bonds with the birth certificate registration. Those are actually bond numbers that have been traded on the market globally. So I did a research on my social insurance number here in Canada, and I went into Fidelity. Before it was a GMU, and this was in 2020. And then I had seen there was 6,780 people trading my social insurance number globally that had an attachment to my SIN number. So when I claim my security back, I claim my title back, I take ownership of everything, then I am the guarantor, the grantor. I am the one, I am the executive of the estate. I hold the title. I claim back everything that way. And it's a process, but I'm working on it, and it's looking pretty good. I'm really sure about it because I'm networking with a lot of other people like that are on Turtle Island that are doing the same thing. There's groups called Sovereign by Design. There's so many. There's another one down in the States I was talking to. It's called Executors and Bankers. So these people are all helping people to free themselves because of the trickery that's been going on. What they've been doing. This is a slave race. It's a legalized slave race. And then the legalese, the English language, we call it fork tongue. My grandmother, all my people, we call it the fork tongue language because one word can mean 3 different things. And so even in these court systems, and it's mind blowing, the things that I started uncovering, like just with the corruption and the people that I'm meeting, and then how do we do it right? How do we do it the right way? Like, and we don't have to be at war. We don't have to be, angry or anything else. We just use the paperwork back at them because that's what they go by, is paperwork. So when you get your paperwork in order, you start understanding what they've been doing. You can use paperwork just through the mail and just send it back and forth, and and they'll correct it. They'll correct it. There's one guy who did all this. He claimed back his title, claimed back his everything, and then he got the CRA to go back and settle all his old accounts, because these banks, what they do is when you go and sign and you pay a mortgage, your mortgage is paid. It's paid from your trust account, because there's a trust account created when you were signed over to the government, and it grows as you grow with school, with doctorings, with certificates, whatever. Every time you sign, that money grows. So people have millions and millions of dollars in these trusts. So people are learning how to access that, but just promissory notes, how to get out of debt. And this one guy, he went to CRA, and he used the CRA to go and settle all those past accounts and claim back the money that was actually taken from him. And they credited his real bank account. So this is the stuff that I'm doing right now. And it's a lot of waiting, but it's a lot of paperwork, and it's doable. So, and I like what you're saying, Lisa, about the passports, because I'm understanding, I watched that video that you had said, and what that guy was doing out of, was it Puerto Rico, or where is he? Yeah. So that's really interesting to do that, because I also know that I can create my own ID too, because these IDs that are created through the government, right, is part of their system. So we have to create a new system. We have to band together to create a new system, because we can never work in that system. That was designed for them. That's theirs. And I network with people that said we have to turn our backs to it. But we can get out of it. We can get out of it. And this is how we move ourselves into the private, because the public side is where they They run the public side. But if we can move ourselves into the private, so, and it's happening. There's a lot of people doing it. That's the route I'm taking right now, because I've done the paperwork like with Musa and Meredith Quinn. You know, I've tried doing all that. I can't find no clan mothers up here. Like, you know, I've tried to network, and the people are scared. There's so many people scared up here right now. They're scared of police. They're scared of the media. They're scared of our chief and councils, you know, because if they start fighting back or talking back, then they lose services. Like my own reserve and my chief, our people started fighting back because we have a lot of land claims money coming, settlement money coming, like $10 billion came. And now all the people are fighting, you know, and the chief and council, they're the left hand of the government. I always known they're the left hand of government. So they're not going to do anything different because they've already signed their signatures over to them. So they work for the government now. They don't work for us, for the people. So we have our grassroots group. I stick with the tech elders. I stick with the old people, right? And they support me what I'm doing. I share what I'm doing. They just tell me, keep going, Jeanette, because we've been watching you. Just keep doing it, right? Because I know it's doable and it's possible, and I'm determined, you know, because I have to. I feel like I have to, because I have to get out of this system. I don't like it. I've never liked it since I was a little girl, and I don't want my daughter to be in it, because I was raising her in a good way, a Anishinaabe way, and they didn't like that I was homeschooling her. And then she was abused, and then I spoke up about that, and they wanted to silence me. They said, "Don't talk about that. You keep talking about that, we're going to take your girl on you." I'm like, but it all has to do from them churches, right? All that stuff. And I'm like, and I just want to live a quiet life. I just want to take care of us, take care of my grandchildren. I have 3 children. I'm a Turtle Clan woman. My father's a Bear Clan, and that Bear Clan is inside of me as a protector. So I look at the children too, because then I expose this agency that's over here stealing children, thousands and thousands of kids. Because once I start getting involved with them, then I start hearing all these other moms, and they're all crying the same thing, you know? Then I dig how much money they made. For a nonprofit organization, they made $21 million last year for a nonprofit organization that's supposed to be helping our people. So they don't like that. And then I keep asking them, where's the contract? Then I go to UCC codes and I said, where is this? I want my signature. And you know what? They all quiet. So now I have to go to, once I do this backdoor, claiming my security, doing my title, moving myself into the private, which includes my child, because she is my property born from my body. He's a sperm donor, you know, she was my daughter. I raised her. I've been raising her since she was born. I breastfed her, you know, and then this just happened in January. So there's ways I'm going to go about doing it. And then once I have it all done in document, hard copy, filed, I make a public notice. Nobody can rebut it once I do a public notice. And the government, they actually just leave us alone. Once it's all said and done, then they leave us alone. And then when that's done, I'm just going to go over there with some of my buddies, some of my warriors, and I'm just going to go grab my daughter. I'm just going to grab her. I don't have the paperwork. No police, nobody can come, because the courts is a fictitious thing. All these courts are fictitious. All these judges are fictitious. They're all corporations. Then I'm learning the corporation numbers. And then I have people sharing documentations for me to create templates, put my name in there, fill it exactly the same thing, hand it to them, and they can't rebut it, because I'm actually going in there with knowledge. I'm going in there with truth. I'm going in there with facts. So they cannot say anything. They will just dismiss it. Okay, all right, I want to settle this, and it's done, and it's closed. So it's going still. And once I have my success there, I'm going to be so happy. But that's a lot of work that has to be done. So that's my process, Lisa.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Ross, you have your hand up.
Yes, excellent share. Thank you so much for that. So, what does this cost you financially, these processes and paperwork?
The paperwork doesn't cost me anything. I do it myself. So because I'm with people that help us, right? So we're all about helping each other, where people are not wanting to make money. The people that I'm meeting, they want to help each other. We help each other, right? Because that's part of, okay, we can trade something. If they're going to give me something, I could trade them medicine. Or, you know what I mean? But we're sharing documentations, we're sharing knowledge, right? And they want to see as we are supposed to help each other. And this is the people that I like to network with, because I'll help you, you help me, we pass it along, pay it forward, right? So the only thing that costs me is just the envelopes, the mailing stamps, my paper, my ink. I haven't really paid for anything to get any of this done. This is just my own hard work and my studying. I study every day. I learn. I have a book. I write down everything. Then I create my documents, and then I network, and then we share, and then people send me stuff, and then I send those to other people. So this is going all around Turtle Island, all kinds of people. You know, there's a
So,
couple that I've tried, and they did not
Sister Stone, I'm sorry, let me interrupt really quick. Lisa, I am headed out. I'm returning everybody to gallery view. Please be aware of the energy in the room. You've had two hands up and one of them put it on back down already. So y'all be aware of the those that wish to enter the circle. And much love, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Good night.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Shamla.
I would ask if there's a way that you can start a course with us.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, because I've been working with Eagle Eye too, right? So we do, me and him too, we've been talking about how we can, but we want to get it nailed down pat. You know what I mean? Once we have it nailed down pat, and then we know the process, once I get it done, then of course I would love to share it. I would love to create something to help people do this. So on my floor downstairs is this, I got sections over here, paperwork on different processes that I'm doing, right? So yeah. And it's a lot, but it's doable, and I can manage. Yeah. But when it does come time, Lisa, I will be sharing it, most definitely. I will share on the process and how to do it for sure.
wonderful. And we can meet, whenever as needed
Yeah.
and do assessments. All
Mhm.
right. Golden Wolf, was there more? You had your hand raised.
Hi, yes, yes. Asinebago, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for all the work you're doing, and you're on the right path. Exactly. We can free ourselves. And you're right. Canada is a corporation registered in the Pentagon, and we are under the crown, the Roman law. And as you spoke, you've worked with Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye is the best one because she actually taught me that a couple of years ago. That is why I got familiar with the civil guide to civil legislation. That legalese you were talking about, they have us trapped. I went to a number of trials, and until I learned this book and their legalese language, they would trap me always,
Yeah.
and because you think you're answering to a question that means completely something else in this book. When you look up the number to the act to the this to the that, so they keep us trapped. And yes, we are a corporation. So Roman law is civil law, and that's Canadian law. So we're living under what I call that Vatican crown law. And as First Nations people, original people of these lands, you have that leverage, which is why it's not costing you to do this, because you have your rights to it. And it is a scam. I heard about the mortgages, the debt, the birth certificate, because it's a corporation. It is a way to keep you trapped. That's
Yeah.
why people are now letting go of that social insurance number, their birth certificate name, and all that, because Canada has become a corporation. And my clan mother, Sipiko, you might be familiar with in Winnipeg, in Manitoba. She's holding a ground on crown land, on native land, and her teepee is up. The Asiniskao Nation village is up, even though they took the lodge down a couple years ago from the ledge grounds, in Winnipeg. She's back up and going strong, for about a year, and they can't prove to her that she's not on her own territories. They can also not prove to her that everything has already been paid for in the trust, that's put in when you're born. And you actually hold real titles to the lands and water on Turtle Island, the original people. And when you trace your lineage back and you free yourself from that corporation that's built like the Charter of Rights is built for people to fail. That's why we found out the bill holds stronger, because the charter is designed to keep you in circles and for the people to fail, the government to win. So
Yeah.
The bill supersedes it, but
Yep.
getting free of it all is even better. And Ego knows about these things. You know about these things. There's a good our friend Marcel that has private law trust, also does these things and on a regular basis frees people from this corporation, and they become sovereign. And when you're native, you have land and water and mineral right acquisitions. You have rights, and you can reclaim your rights and reclaim your lands. And if we band together, all people of all nations, colors, and creeds, because the farmers of all colors and creeds will face these problems while this corporation is getting bigger and bigger and land grabs are happening. If we don't follow the original people and their treaty rights and entitlements to lands and waters on Turtle Island, they they will have everything taken from them. That's why we're bringing cowboys and Indians together to help one another get out of this. So it will be great, I think, soon if I bring a few people in from cowboys and Indians as we're trying to do the same. Basically bring in back a natural law way of living and also nationalize our natural resources and so on. It is a great path, and it would be great to learn more. And next time, I'll make sure I have one or two people here with me that are very into it from Cowboys and Indians. This is the next step, really, to getting free from this corporation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Thank
is.
you.
A
Thank you. And,
couple of comments to interject.
Yep.
If I can, let's see. One is like all the money that's being given right now and concern about it. It reminds me of the situation with the Western Shoshone who were given money supposedly for the Shoshone Paiute lands. But as Eagle pointed out to late grandmother Carrie Dan, those people weren't the right kind of Indians to have the ability to sign away title to the land anyway.
Exactly.
So they're getting free money.
It's free money. That's what I said. Like, and this is money that's coming
Money
from.
haven't bought the land because only the clan, you can only deal with the clan mothers, and the clowns that they're dealing with are not. You want to give them money? Great.
Yeah.
There was just that
Yeah.
comment. The other thing goes back to this, because they have us all over, I mean, their strategy has always been the same. Impoverish the people, kill all the buffalo, make it so the people have to be hanging around the Fort Indians. And so it's how to do it without and I think Sav talked about it in the piece, and I'd ask when we're done talking, when then I'll turn on that video and let that play out for this council. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who's listening. That way other people will get to hear it. And I'm not saying that everything that Sav is saying is necessarily correct, but I do know that his documents are working. And I'm gonna get big.
Can I just quickly, just to finish, the band chief council system is corrupt. Again, as you never go, you're completely right. They are messing with a lot of our future It's their children's money, the future
They're a
generation's
corporation
money.
too. They're a
Yes,
corporation too.
and
So
so
they're
so we need to get back to the clan mother system, because the clan mothers will make things right, will not allow people in the reserves to be hungry and not have drinking water for sakes. It is all really happening, you know. If the clan mothers were, their voices were given back and that system came back that we used to have long ago, that would not be allowed, and corruption and hunger would not be allowed. I don't believe. So I just wanted to finish with that.
You're right.
hi hi. We're in no hurry. I do want to welcome El Phoenix into the circle. You have your hand raised and also welcome. So hi.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate that intro. I've only entered one other space. I was an invite. What I would like to state is, I mean, listening to this, I sit in the background. I listen to many things. I think there are some very wise individuals within this room that know exactly what is going on and what is correct and what is meant to be. And I also recognize that the masses and sorry, pardon my French, but the fools that that accept a certain how you say grants for nonsense. Maybe we should patent that, a grant for nonsense. What's happening is the people that are getting these grants for nonsense things, there's a reason for that. It's called 717. To pluck and pull in the time of Armageddon. That's what the number 717 technically means in theologian, Greek, Arabic, and Hebrew. 717. This is where, I mean, I believe in everything. I was Christian. I was a spiritualist. I've gone through every bit. But at the end of the day, it's really, I don't care if anyone's ever read any scripture of any kind. It does not matter to me. What matters to me is what we all have been created and instilled within us, which is the understanding of, I don't even like the word right or good, because then you get the argument. What's your definition of right? What's your definition of good? So, but at the end of the day, let's just go with right or wrong, or good versus evil. Period. Bottom line. I mean, don't get me on the whole, what's your definition of and this, that. It just straight up this or that, in alignment with what is the best intentions for all versus the most horrific intentions for all. That's kind of like the best way I can say it without like, I can't say that. So that's kind of the only way I can say it. But the bottom line is we have the most amazing, beautiful, not only global, but all as above is below, and everything in between. It does not matter to me. The point being is that we're seeing first-handedly, and don't get me wrong, I may look the way I look, and I'm definitely not, never judge a book by its cover. People love to categorize me, and I mean, I have no problem going live right now and showing you who I actually am. I'm just me. I'm just me. And that looks very similar. My teams have made it. Like, it looks similar. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's a vessel. It's just a vessel. What my spirit is the truth of the divine feminine interfacing with the masculine energy. Because why? when you get to this stage of consciousness, that I believe that individuals that are amazingly amazing in this room, when you get to a level of consciousness, you recognize it don't matter what you look like. It does not matter. Nothing actually matters. There is no matter. There's a hint of it but like the bottom line is the fools, so to speak, are, oh yeah, grab it, grab. I'm going to take money. Guess what, folks? Money is only a tool to help you get through this so-called 3D whatever life we are hardline time stamped in. Now, can some of us bounce? Do we bend? Do we do this? Can we jump? Absolutely. But in this time, this specific conversation, it's a hard line time as stamped. And the bottom line is that in this, the NPCs versus the individuals that are awake and conscious, the I hate to use the word fools, but I don't know what other word to use. But the fools that are going for these free, nothing is free, folks. It ain't free. All right. Anyway, I just want to say I love y'all, and please be wise. I mean, you all are wise, very much so, beyond me. I'm just an old soul of some sort. That's it. I just want to say thank you. I love you all, and I will do my best. Period.
And do you want to tell us where you are, or
No, I do not. Based on, well, I mean, it ain't hard to find me. I just don't really want to put it out there into the multiverse, but it's obviously not hard to find me. Just tune in.
And
right?
you're welcome to come to keep coming to council. And I just wanted to
thank you all.
Circle back to the topics, and I wondered if Erica had any thoughts, comments. Thank you, El Phoenix.
Wow. Jeanette, that's excellent news. You are so far ahead of me on your research, because from here it's difficult to access so much. But you brought up the fact that it's all international law. So is what you're adding that's also true here in the United States?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I found your corporation numbers as well. So I save a lot of these documents, Erica, and if you want, I can email them to you, because it gives you
I would love that.
It gives you UCC codes. It gives you even how to claim and start your process on how to get your own stuff together as well. So I can share that stuff with you, Erica, if you're interested in it.
I most certainly am, and thank you, Jeanette.
No
and I did get
problem.
the other documents that you sent to me, but for
Yeah.
us, for about the last month, Shonda and myself, and many others in the room, but we're kind of everywhere, 'cause between One World and here and all over the place. It's been an insane schedule for a
I
month.
imagine. It's okay. It's okay. I know everything in due time, right? So, yeah.
I haven't forgotten.
Yes. I'll call you or text you too soon. We can
Thank
talk
you very
there.
much.
I haven't, and the documents that you're going to share, if possible, if someone put a link to the program, put it up on YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can make
No, they're not links. They're well,
They're
they're in my
PDF.
they're PDFs in my documents. Yeah, and I'm on my phone right now, so I'd have to go onto my laptop.
All right.
Yeah, so like I could email them to, I got a few of your emails and stuff, so I can start emailing you those documents to share that stuff with you guys.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And you can start the class. and then we can work back. Hey, Erica?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a process, but it is so doable. And like, because even United States is owned by the Vatican. So even the USA is backed by the Queen. The Vatican, the Roman Empire has gone globally everywhere. So
Well,
the
I have a
United
question.
States is even under.
All these patriots want to get back to the original constitution. Is there anything really to get back to? Has it been a scam time? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, can they can go forward with that system, or does everyone need to return to their tribal roots and their tribal identity? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got to separate ourselves from the government, because we can say we're tribe, we can say everything to them, they're just going to ignore us. You know, and until there becomes like Golden Wolf was saying, right? But with the more of us that come together, right? Because it's the time of the eighth fire. So we have to come together, because they've done this to everybody globally. So, and like, I just got documents today from British Columbia that they're gonna start doing civil protests. So people start protesting, they're having an under clause to stop this, because civil, you know, they're gonna stop all these protests now. They're gonna go in as it's horrible, like what they're doing, right? So because they know we're coming together. Red, white, black, yellow, like we're all
Will you
coming
dish up the
together.
ice cream, which was supposed to be eaten with the cookies?
So, you know what I mean? This is what's happening, and they're scared of it, because we're waking up. We're waking up to it, right? So the more that we band together, the more that we unite as one front, this is how it's gonna get done. And we gotta help each other, right? We always gotta help each other. That's what my great aunties always said. We have to help each other. You know, with no expectations of saying, "Oh, give me money" or anything else, because you know, I would help anybody, because I've been helped. Right? So yeah, I don't mind sharing any document. If it can help you, I will help you. Yeah.
Yeah, Golden Wolf.
Hi, you know, soon we have our grand clan mother from out west coming. I'm not gonna mention yet, as I'm not supposed to release it yet. A grand clan mother from out west is coming from Sixth Treaty to Ottawa. And we are going to keep uniting all colors, all nations and creeds, and they do know that we are coming together, that these are the times of the eighth fire and the rainbow and Hopi prophecy and crazy Horse and 7 and 8 and Anishinaabe prophecy. So they know that when we come together and we can no longer be divided or separated, we are many and they are few. So we hold
Yeah.
the power to change the world. We hold it.
Yeah.
And when we all come together, that's the day we return to a traditional way of living by
Yeah.
the people, for the people, again, as it should have always been. So I stand with you, and we are going to be doing things. I hope you hear. We can connect outside this room here, and maybe since you're in, are you in Ontario? Did you say?
Yeah, I'm in Ontario. I'm in Northern Ontario.
Maybe you can connect with the Cowboys and Indians working there together. A Grand Clan Mother's coming to Ottawa on the 16th, I believe, and there will be a even bigger unification happening between the Koodanis, the Five Nations, the Turo Wampum, the Nationalist and the Bird Party, and and many other freedom warriors and fighters.
Well, we're gonna go down to Ottawa too. We're going to Ottawa too. So we're bringing one of the 13th grandmothers, international grandmothers, is going to go speak at Parliament. So yeah, we're going to be down there too.
Awesome. We are going to run into one another, I know. Great.
Yes.
Let us keep aligning and keep coming together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to ask Shonda, are you still here?
I believe she's gone.
Okay. Erica, I'm going to
Yes, I'm
ask
here.
you if you have final questions, thoughts, prayers to put into the circle for mending. And as we did last week, we were able to do some healing prayer. So if there's anything particularly that's on your heart, bring it forward. I'd appreciate it.
Thank you. I would like to put this into the circle to be added to the prayers. I don't know how you feel about that, bringing them all together into one final prayer, but that's kind of what I was listening to. Right now, we're at a time where we know we're in a paradigm shift. And the time of the awakening, I raised a question this morning with a large group that were present for the Earth Bank Summit. Are we as humans yet ready to accept that it's time to leave the what's in it for me party behind and realize that in order for us to continue to live here on Mother Earth, the time has come that we realize that we are here merely as stewards? Are we ready to give up the idea of ownership, where we own this or we own that, or it's mine and it's all about me? Are we ready to move beyond that point? And I know what I'm hearing from Spirit and from the ancient ones. And I know that's why I came in this lifetime, was to bring this message that it is time. Otherwise, we don't deserve to continue to be here on this beautiful, beautiful earth that we live on. And if we were all recalled home right now, our beautiful mother would heal herself and regenerate. So, in order to accept the responsibility, it's time to reunite that love and allow that love to be fully present for every other living being and for the core, every part of our beautiful mother, that we're ready to step into those responsibilities as a steward. And I add that is the prayers. And I say thank you.
Sibago, your prayers.
Actually, I do have a prayer. I was actually just working on it. I'm just gonna go outside here for a second. And I had to let my phone charge. Okay, so this one here, I say, our infinite universal intelligence leads and guides us in all our ways. Perfect health is ours, and the law of harmony operates in our minds, body, and spirit. Our bodies are infinite universal intelligence, and this infinite healing presence within me transforms every atom of our beings, making us whole and perfect. I thanks for the healing that I know that is taking place now. We wrap ourselves with infinite universal love. We are filled with love of life, and a circle of love is drawn around us. I fear no evil. We are joy, we are grace, we are love, we live, we move, and we have our beings whole now. All things work together for the good of us today, as this is a new and wonderful day for us. There will never be another day like this one. We are divinely guided all day, and whatever we do will prosper. Divine love surrounds us, enfolds us, and enwraps us, and we go forth in harmony, love, joy, and gratitude. Miigwech.
Golden Wolf, language.
Hello, it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. Great Spirit. Tobacco down. and sacred smoke, prayers up. And brothers and sisters, from my beating heart to your all beating heart, we're only as healthy as our water, and our future depends on the state of Mother Earth as we leave it behind. We are the ones Mother Earth has been waiting for, and she is the change. But we are the change Mother Earth and our ancestors need and seek. They've been waiting for. We are all brothers and sisters, interconnected and overlapping, intertwined, all related, bleeding red, breathing the same air, eating food and water, needing night and day, masculine and feminine, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 mouth, 1 soul, 1 heart. The same great spirit resides in all of our hearts, all people, animals, and plants. And so we must protect and defend our bioregions and our watersheds, our lands, our waters, all our natural resources, and recognize what matters, the future generations. And if we do not defend our treaty rights, our rights and freedoms, and become sovereign of that corporation, and do not take that stand against it for the future generations, they will inherit a world in which they can't even stand. So, Creator, please guide us. Great Spirit, Ajak Eskenotahem, guide us as we become the change you need and seek. We drop our fears and our egos, and we walk in harmony and balance and acceptance and coexistence, because we were all made different to learn from one another, not divide and separate. So when we learn to walk in harmony and balance and unite, we be many, they be few. We hold the power to change the world. Let us continue on this path, and we shall restore balance, and we shall reunite humanity, and we will overcome all evil and darkness with love and light. Step into that light of truth and awareness. Empower yourself as we empower one another with your true authenticity and your true nature. Return to your true nature and rise, rise as the ever rising sun. Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandfather Sun, and Grandmother Moon, star nations, where we come from. Blessings. Thank you, Great Spirit, for aligning us and pouring wisdoms into us daily. We thank you for all your gifts of today and every day. And we stand as the shepherds and stewards of the lands and waters, warriors of the rainbow.
Hi. Phoenix, do you have a prayer you'd like to? Do you have words you'd like to add into prayers? All right. Great Spirit, Mother, Father, Creator, I take all of the pain and suffering happening right now on earth to all of the children of Unchimaka. I take all of that pain and suffering, that which is defiling and desecrating your body and your spirit. And I lift it up to Great Spirit in the water of life, Sky Woman's dream. And I ask you to heal. I ask for the cessation of all suffering for all sentient beings. I ask for the true coming of peace on earth, of heaven on Mother Earth now, honoring the highest truths of all paths short of human and animal sacrifice. And I ask that Sister Asinibago would close us with a song. And then I'm going to, if I can, play the conversation that Brother Sav and I had with some information. And if you're interested in acquiring an ID, please contact me at White Buffalo Nation at gmail.com or friend me on Facebook at Lisa J. Wolf or White Buffalo Nation. So Asinibago, if you would be so kind and let us remember the children yet
Yeah.
unborn.
Okay, I'm trying to just think of a song to sing. I don't got my drum or anything either right away. I'll sing a song with my daughter's name in it. Anishnabekwe, Mindo Mindo Dem, Nakina Bindage Koma, Wewe Nejani Mie, Weya Heyo, Weha, Weheyo, Weha, Weheyo, Wehaya. Way hiya, way hiya, way hiya, way hiya, oh yeah. Way hiya, oh well, way ya hey oh. Anishinaabe kwe na mindigo do dem, na mindigo do dem. Akina bindage kuma. Wewe nejani mie, we hey yo. Watch. Acapello.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. I'm going to see if I can share my screen. It says so. Start recording or casting with Zoom. See if it's gonna let me. All right, where is it? There we go. All right, let's see if this is gonna work and if you can hear it. I lost it. So us for the Mending the Hoop Council. And does anyone have, thank you, I'm sorry I got kicked out for a moment. Anyone have any final farewells for the circle?
No.
I, I don't know. I got kicked out, so I'll put the link into the program and hand raised.
And Lisa, you and I are the only co-hosts here, but Shonda's device is still in the room. I have another meeting I need to go to, and this is business for our foundation board. And I cannot not be there, and I apologize. And I just want to say I love you all, and thank you so much for the honor of including me in all the work that you're doing. And you are truly loved.
We feel likewise about you.
Well, thank you, and I'll see you all next week.
All right. I may give another try, but Golden Wolf, you have your hand raised. Can't hear you. Whoops. Is going on with my thing? Hi. You're very soft.
You're on mute. Oh, there you go. Now you're on.
We're having trouble hearing you.
Hello?
There.
Oh, yeah? Okay. There is this thing with the original sound here you can mess with. Sometimes when you turn it off, it works. Sometimes when you turn it on, it works. So I just wanted to say if we can get a recording later on, of course, of this session today, I would be happy to pass it on to Grand Clan Mother Nancy and Clan Mother Sepico and Adrian, our war chief, our headman for Cowboys and Indians and the Nationalist Party, so that so that it would be easier that way for me to let them see
Yeah.
what we're talking about, because this is all all have to band together on this, and then
Yes.
we can beat this corruption.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's why we're here. And I really want to thank Sister Shonda and Chief Phil and John Raymer and everyone involved with One World. We all have our faults, but as they say, if there's even 5%, fan the flame and it'll grow. There's hope for everyone. There's hope for everyone. So, I might try one more time, see if it lets me. Asinibago, anything else before I try one more time? And
No, it's good. I've seen the video too, Lisa. So yeah, you can try. I would just say it was a good meeting and I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
all right, I'm going to try one more time. If it doesn't work, I'll close us.
Okay.
It may not work. I'm just going to close us.
Yeah. It's
so
on
and
you.
I'll close with a poem. Come now, let us reason together, says Creator. Though your sins are as scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Though they flow red as crimson, they shall be like wool. The mountain of Creator shall be established as highest of the high. Many people will come and cry, come, let us go to the mountain of Creator. She will teach us her ways so we may follow. She will judge between all nations and she will settle our disputes. We will beat our swords to plowshares and our spears to pruning hooks. Wise counselor, mighty good way of peace. Ahane washte, skenangoa to all my relations. Love you. We love you.
Love you too. Bye, my P.
Thank you.
Yes. Dope job.
Thank you, and I'll be seeing you also.
But I don't think it's closed yet. Do we have anyone in here who can close the room? Otherwise, I might have to try again, or you and I'll
haven't
have to
learned.
keep
Are
singing
you
and
serious?
and
You do not know how to close the room?
and dancing.
Okay, so
I'm
guys, I'm
guilty.
shutting. Can y'all hear me? Hello, am I here?
Yes.
Barely.
Okay,
Yeah, I
great.
hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording. So,
Thank you.
everybody say goodbye.
Good.
We